What is up, Financial Freedom Fest fam? It's Friday. You know what that means. We're going to be ripping in on a solo dolo, baby. Solo ripper today. Going to be giving you some actionable content, knowledge, tips, things that you can do in your life, things that can make you feel better, topics that can prepare you to start building to or to get out of your job with financial freedom. If you already have investments or you don't have any investments, this podcast is the place for you. If you're thinking about quitting your job because you might have enough passive income or you don't have any right now, I teach everyone the steps, the feelings, the things that you're going to go through before you reach financial freedom, what you need to think about, and ways that you can build the financial freedom if you haven't started building yet. So, I love talking this topic. I love financial freedom. I love helping other people to reach their goals, build their dream life, and do what they want to do every single day. Because if we're waking up and we're not doing what we want to do, why are we even doing it? Like, why would you wake up and go do something you don't want to do? The only reason that you would do that is because you have to. And why would you have to? Because you have to pay for different expenses that you need in your life. And the only way to do that, if you don't know how to do it any other way, is to work for someone else. And when you work for someone else, they get to tell you what to do. And when someone tells you what to do, you have to do it, or you don't get paid. You don't get paid. You're living on the streets and you might be sad. But we're not about that. We're about reaching financial freedom fast. I give you tips to get there, tips to do that, because that's what this podcast is all about. It's about reaching financial freedom fast. So today, I'm going to talk about something that is important if you are on your way towards financial freedom. You've already started building. Even if you haven't, this is a good thing to keep in mind and to know about that can make you feel better about quitting your job, or knowing that maybe you don't have to rely solely on your passive income. And this is what it is. It's something that I call the Financial Freedom Fund. So the Financial Freedom Fund is a reserve for yourself. It's a cash reserve that you can tap into if there are any problems from the time that you quit your job and reach financial freedom and go out on your own. You can tap into that fund if there are any issues that come up, because there's bound to be. But we need to look at this on a timeline basis so we know how much time we actually have if one of these issues occurs every single month. We need to have this basis. We need to know and have this risk tolerance of what we can withstand to make us feel more confident and be able to quit our jobs and go live the life of our dreams. So, what is this financial freedom fund? What is this reserve that I'm talking about? So passive income for me was great, right? But it never gave me the full confidence that I was looking for. Even though I knew how much money I had coming in every month, it never really gave me the confidence to quit my job. I live very frugally. I live off of about $3,500 a month. Outside of me buying coaching and investments, these are all things that I actually started doing a little bit before financial freedom, when I built up a good cash amount and I knew I had some money to take. But my regular monthly expenses, my housing, I don't pay for housing, aka house hacking, my peeps. I need to get you guys on that. You got to get on that. You got to house hack. It's genius. If you don't know what that is, you need to listen to my earlier podcasts. Anyway, don't have a housing expense. I paid my car off cash. Smart thing to do. Made another podcast on that. Listen to that. And my car is very low maintenance. It doesn't cost a lot. It's a 2005 Honda Civic. I am so frugal there. So the two biggest expenses you're going to run into, your car and your housing, boom, already covered that. easy. And then on the other side, food is the next biggest. I spend a good amount on food every month, but that's it. I've got food, I've got gym, I've got going out on the weekends. What, even if I go out pretty like fun and have a good time every week, go to a real nice dinner, 150 bucks every weekend, 4 weekends a month. I don't do that, but if I did 150 bucks a month, a weekend every single weekend in a month, so you multiply that by four, you add $600 to the number that you need to reach financial freedom. Anyway, I'm spending around $3,500 a month. But even when I had passive income around 7 grand, around 6,500 at that time, I still was not confident. That passive income didn't make me confident enough to be able to quit my job. So another way to build up some confidence that I thought of was like to actually make me be able to quit that job and feel confident doing that. A job that I was making $150,000 a year working for 2 hours at that job was to build this financial freedom fund reserve. And this is most literally a way of looking at your time and buying your time back from yourself. So here's the breakdown, right? You have your financial freedom number, like mine was $3,500 a month. That's real. Actually, mine was $5,000 a month. I'm sorry to say that. I spend 3,500 a month. My financial freedom number for me to feel solid was $5,000 a month. I also calculated that because I took a trip right out of college to Europe for a month, spent 5 grand, and said, that's the number that I want. But I built up to 7 grand, still didn't feel solid leaving my job. So then I picked a number that's what if I went over every single month? What's a crazy number every single month for me to go over that passive income number of 7,000? And I said 2,000 bucks. If I'm going over $2,000 a month, that's something that is insane, shouldn't happen, really should not happen. Would be crazy for that to use that as my number. That's my oh shit, stuff is going wrong number, and I'm spending way more than I need to be spending every single month. So then you multiply that number, that $2,000 or whatever that number is for you. Maybe it's 1,000, maybe it's 500, maybe it's 3,000. That is like your I want to feel safe that I have this bank so I could use that. And then you multiply that by the number of months that you want to secure yourself with, right? So if you think you may go over $3,000 a month and you want to give yourself at least 12 months of runway, right? So your passive income it's already paying for your expenses, and you've proven that. You've seen that. You know that. But you want to further lock yourself, set yourself up, keep yourself safe, both in the real world, being able to pay for things, and mentally being able to sleep at night, feeling good doing that. Let's say you want to save 12 months. So if you're going over $3,000 a month for 12 months, which is a year, as we know, that's $36,000. So if you have your passive income number, you already hit that number. And it's once you hit that number, all you need to do to feel extra safe is build up this cash reserve, this financial freedom fund reserve of X amount, $36,000, and that'll buy you 12 months of going over $3,000 a month of your passive income number. Now, is that going to happen? Probably not, but you might have a big expense that jumps up to 10 grand, right? So there's 3 of your months, right? But what that number does is it gives you the amount of time, whatever amount of time that you pick, 1 year, $3,000 a month, 36,000 save. It gives me 12 months. I have 1 year to be able to build $3,000 more of passive income and go create that. And if you're like me and you created, call it 7 grand in passive income, 6 grand in passive income in 2.5 years while working a job, you can, if you have all of your time back now, you can use all that time, leverage all that time to go build more passive income and easier and quicker than you did before, because now you have knowledge and you have way more time. So if you give yourself 12 months, and you built up passive income that quick with all the time in the world now, you can go and do that once you quit your job. So my story is I had 3,500 in expenses, had around, I'm going to call it 6 grand in passive income that was coming in reliably at that time. And I thought that 2K every month would be crazy. Like that would be a good amount to go over. And my number was $100,000. That's how much I just felt safe having 100 grand in the bank. And now that was for my properties and for myself. So if things go wrong at my properties, that was also part of a reserve fund there. But what that made me realize is okay, so I have $2,000 a month to go over. If that happens every single month, that's pretty crazy. But I have that, and that buys me 100. That buys me 50 months because I have $100,000 divided by two. That buys me 50 months. That's like 4 years, over 4 years. So I would have 4 years to be able to create if my expenses are actually going over like $2,000, $3,000 a month. If I'm spending that much over, I have 4 years of reserves to be able to pay that. I have 4 years to figure out how to go out and create another $2,000, $3,000 in passive income. And like I said, I was able to create my passive income in 2 years, 2.5 years. So I'll be damned if I can't go and create another 2 to 3,000 a month with 4 years of runway and all the time in the world to go do it. And the crazy thing here is once you start investing, once you are building passive income, and you use some of the strategies that I give you on strategic partnering, you realize you don't even need money to go buy assets. So you don't need to use this reserve that you have to go buy a building or a business or whatever it is. There's ways to get buildings and businesses with no money out of your pocket. I haven't done that. I haven't done that. I know about it as a tool in my toolbox, but I have gotten buildings with no money out of my pocket. It's money out of my partner's pockets. And that's through strategic partnering. That's through things like finding really good deals and bringing good skills or bringing that deal to good partners and showing them the value in this deal, whether it's real estate or a business, having them buy the deal and giving you a percentage of equity. It's totally possible. You can buy big things, big buildings with no money out of your own pocket. You could even get paid to do it, which is nuts, my peeps. This is why you can reach financial. If you just build up enough assets to build up to financial freedom, you reach it, you're there, you've done it. You don't need any more money to go buy assets. You can go bring in other people, learn how to partner, learn how to talk to people, bring them in, and go buy more assets with them and their money. And you can bring skills to the table, my peeps. So appreciate you guys. Love you guys. If you have questions, please reach out to me. Really loving all the love that you guys are sending my way. Comments and messages are also appreciated. Reach out to me at Matt Amabile on Facebook. Make sure you leave a review on the podcast, please. Shoot me a follow, hit that little ding button so every Monday, Wednesday, Friday when I post an episode. Much appreciated. Love you guys that you are following my pod. Please shoot me a follow. You guys rock and talk soon. You guys got questions, reach out. Peace.